we are particularly concentrating this year onto the activeness of the inside leg. Okay, it's like there's an opposite and equal reaction with that inside leg. Okay, and so yes, we definitely have to establish that platform, those angles, the balance against the outside leg, but the inside leg is not dangling and taking it for a ride. It's so active. The big goal is, as we use the effectiveness of the inside leg, that is also to favor the center of mass moving toward the inside.
For some people, the wedge is to slow down, to stop. It's your intro to your first turns ever. For others, depending on who you are, it's the mechanics and the breakdown of the highest performance turn that exists. Racers, World Cuppers are using wedge turns all the time. The thing that's interesting about a wedge is it's a window into your values of the ski turn. It's a window into the organization. It's the window into the person. It's the window in terms of what you value with a turn. So what is the proper wedge turn? It's going to depend on the ski school, the person, the level of skier. Let's do some wedges and try to lay some building blocks for what we're thinking of here in Taos as our Taos wedge turn. Okay, which is building upon these threads of movements from a wedge to a wedge Christie to a basic parallel, all the way up to a very dynamic high performance turn. And those movement patterns are beginning like right now in our wedge. Okay, so when I'm in my wedge position, I'm getting my pronation for free. Okay, that's just happening. I'm on that big toe edge, okay? My body is to the inside of my outside foot. As I'm turning, uphill inside leg becomes shorter and softer, and my body moves to the inside of my turn. I've got good cuff pressure. I'm not doing that, okay? But that's the positioning that we're building upon for all of our turns. This angle here, this angle of my leg, I'm going to maintain through the whole turn, and it's going to be my inside leg that's going to adjust and become shorter, okay? Supinate.
Once this gets going, that you seem like with your bodies, you want to kind of turn through here with it. And avoid that hesitation to twist the body. Once it starts to slip here, and this starts to turn, it turns a little more, 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 it turns a little more. It's the femur turning in the hip socket, the tiniest amount, and I never at any point had to like pressure my ski. I just had to turn my leg and turn my leg, turn my leg.
But we're not doing any leveraging or balancing back with our upper body. We don't need to. We're working those legs. Okay, let's go ahead. Oh, there we go. Nice. Got that cue. Tapping your leg to make sure it's turning independent of the upper body. I like that a lot. Turning it, yeah. And then that inside leg shortening, supinating, softening. Mike, thank you. That was awesome.
Then in the progression, that is edge to edge, pronation to pronation, it's there. Then where it gets more complicated is going to be the matching. It's going to be the next maneuver. How do I match from a wedge to a wedge Christie? And then my approach with that maneuver is like I like to match toward the bottom of the turn when the whole turn is being with both pronation, and then when I finish more after the control phase toward the completion phase of the turn, that's where I'm asking my students or my pros to be able to match, and that is another intricate maneuver to be able to because it's not matching, it's matching, and it's not the rotary of the inside foot is very important. And if you sit back and you have to be balanced to be able to match. You cannot match with a tip lead. You cannot match if that inside leg is coming outside your hip or your shoulder. So you still need to be really centered, okay, within your stance to be able to match. But it's going to be tough to readjust the inside if we are too predominant on the outside, okay? The result of being active on the inside, of course, the pressure is remaining to the outside leg. Of course it is. But I don't want to go over with my center of mass over to the outside. When I set with the little metatarsus, with that supination, it gives me an alignment toward the inside path of the turn. So both legs going to be engaged simultaneously, and then I can be active with inside to keep all my options open. I've got options. I can go 4.5 lateral, I can steer, I can carve. When I see wonderful skiers, staying on the outside part, of the, they move the center of mass over the outside foot. To me, it's like, yes, that's what we used to do 30 years ago.
And that is modern. I mean, there's so many ways to go about a wedge, right?
Yeah.
But you're laying the foundation and the groundwork for modern skiing. That's what it's all about.
So there's a lot of similarity between the foundation of a wedge all the way to a calf turn. There's so much that you can grab, okay? With that pronation and pronation, supination on both sides, okay? I feel the need to work with modern skis is to be able to work in the manner that we do.
Yeah.
Thanks, Dan.
Thank you, Alon.